Solve the equation. I'm going to try and solve this by factoring, so I have to move all of the terms to one side and have 0 on the other. I'll begin by drawing a border to distinguish the left-hand side from the right-hand side. And now I'm going to move this negative 56x to the other side by adding 56 x to both sides of the equation. Now on the left-hand side, the 56x, I cannot combine it with the 8x squared or with the negative 64. So what I'll do is I'm going to rewrite this trinomial in standard form. So I'll have the 8x squared first, and then I'll have the plus 56x followed by the negative 64, and that's going to equal negative 56x plus 56x is going to be 0. Looking at the trinomial, I notice that each term is divisible by 8. That's the greatest common factor, so I'm going to factor out that 8. So I can rewrite this expression as 8 multiplied by, and to find what's inside of the parentheses, I just divide each number by 8. So 8x squared divided by 8 is going to give us x squared. 56x divided by 8 is going to be 7x. And finally, the negative 64 divided by 8 is going to give us a negative 8. That's going to equal 0. I can get rid of the 8 now by dividing both sides by 8. And here on the left-hand side, those ones are going to cancel out, and I'll be left with x squared plus 7x minus 8 equal to 0 divided by 8 is going to be 0. Now, since the leading coefficient is 1, I can factor this trinomial by finding the two numbers that multiply to negative 8, but if I add them, they should give me a positive 7. So here I'll use this X diagram to organize my thoughts. And the two numbers that multiply to negative 8 but add to 7 are going to be positive 8 and negative 1. So I can factor out this trinomial as x plus 8 multiplied by x minus 1. And that's going to equal 0. Now, because I have the product of two things and the product is equal to 0, by using the zero product property, I can set each factor equal to 0. So I'll let x plus 8 equal 0 and x minus 1 equal 0. Solving these two equations, beginning with the one on the left, I can isolate x by subtracting 8 on both sides. And I get that x is going to be, well, 0 minus 8 is negative 8. That's the first solution. And the second solution, I can isolate x here by adding 1 to both sides. And I get that x is going to equal 1. And those are my two solutions.